This is Minecraft's biggest pyramid, and on December 23rd, 2022, I uploaded how we made the biggest pyramid in Minecraft history, built on MrBeast's Minecraft server simcraft.com. But because it was so long ago, and I was still learning, well, how to make good videos, there is inconsistencies and stuff I forgot to include within the video. As well as that, it has been almost 2 years since the world record pyramid was built. And so much has happened since then, so today I will go over the history of Minecraft's world record pyramid, or should I say pyramids. On April 1st, 2022, Plularin, the owner of the server, challenged the community to beat the world record for the biggest pyramid ever made in survival Minecraft, and the server would update from 1.17.1 to 1.18.2, meaning the Y coordinate level would be increased, making it to where a bigger pyramid could be made. The community accepted the challenge, a location was picked, and Plularin would place a block of bedrock at the very top of the pyramid as a starting point. The project would shortly be given the name the Omega Pyramid. Shortly after, player Avenger Spencer designed a schematic we would use. He added an entrance with the Omega symbol in the front of the pyramid, and huge obsidian pillars around the pyramid as well. The project would be pretty active for around 2 days until it would start to decline because the community started to realize TNT dupers were patched on the server, making this project 100 times harder, and the players didn't want to manually mine out the entire area by hand. So about 2 weeks later, the project died as a failed attempt. But a player named HarshKarat13 managed to find a TNT duper that worked, and with just a few tests, we had found out that TNT dupers were never disabled, we just didn't know how to build them correctly. With the discovery from HarshKarat13, some players started to log on again as the project started to pick up some speed. But with such little players working on the project, and with the amount of time HarshKarat was putting into the project, he would become burnt out, and the project would soon die once again. 3 months go by, and HarshKarat convinced me to make a TNT duper, so I did, and after looking at the progress I had made, I started to become more and more motivated, and the thought of the completion of the project started to become an actual possibility. HarshKarat would also join me and we would start working on the project again every day, but we kept it a secret that we started working on it again to prevent griefers from showing up as the coordinates were public, and after about 2 to 3 weeks, players started to realize the project was being worked on again. So griefers would show up, lava cast, and destroy the TNT dupers, but it didn't matter because we had already done so much work. Motivation was at an all-time high, and it seemed like there was nothing that could get in the way of this project being completed. Until we started to TNT the deep slate. We then realized the amount of lava pools below stone level was ridiculous, and getting rid of all the lava pools would start to drive us insane, as each one would sometimes take up to 30 minutes because of the server's low anti-cheat at the time, making it to where hacks like Liquid Filter not being an option. These lava pools would become so exhausting, motivation started to get lower and lower, but after grinding every day, we did it. 5 months later, since the project started, all the lava would be removed, and all the sides would be TNT. So placing the obsidian was the only thing we had left to do. I contacted player Avenger Spencer that it was time to start building the actual pyramid itself, as he was the one who had access to all the obsidian we would end up using. As well as that, we thought the inside of the pyramid needed something. Avenger Spencer designed a scale with 2 of the biggest groups whose members had also worked on the pyramid, Balance and Team Goose. Plularin would also help design the scale as well. More and more players started to join and help, and after 6 months it was nearly done. Me and HarshKarat picked a date for everyone to log online and see the completion of the project, and on October 7th, 2022, the project that was seen as impossible and even a joke was finally complete. But why did we do it? Well, there's not really a good reason besides us just being bored and wanting to complete Plutorin's challenge. Yes, we knew the possibility of MrBeast seeing the project and coming back to the server wasn't impossible, but for the most part, that was a thought after the pyramid was already built. Even though we didn't entirely remove all the terrain in the pyramid itself, and we never ended up making the obsidian pillars, as well as a few errors we had made, with practically no motivation left to keep going, we called it there and were still proud at what we had made. For completing the project, Plutorin would have me decide what our reward should be. After a few hours of thinking, me along with some of the main builders decided on a /pyramid command, and once ran, a GUI would show all the main builders of the project. And a few months later, Bramsy, the head admin of the server, started to work on it. While the command was still in development, Balance, one of the most noticeable groups on the server, found that if multiple players spammed the command enough, the TPS could drop to unplayable numbers. This was because of the high MPT data the player heads had. Till this day, the reward has not been fully made and the command has been left broken. But shortly after the project was completed, there was nothing else to do, so once again, the server would have 0 players online, just like it was before the project. February 18th, 2023. This would be the day I messaged Minecraft YouTuber FitMC about Simcraft, hoping he would be open to making a video as an attempt to revive the server. I had also said that Simcraft was the holder of Minecraft's biggest pyramid, which caught his attention, and August 20th, 2023 would be the start of FitMC's journey to the Omega Pyramid. And just a few weeks later, I was told that a video was going to be made. Once the video was posted, millions of players saw the video and the pyramid, including MrBeast himself. And as expected, hundreds of players started to travel to the pyramid. In the process, it would slowly become more and more grief. Repairs were done, but in the end, the pyramid would be lava casted and left in ruins. Until around November in 2023, because FitMC posting the video got the attention of an entire new flux of players. It's Noob PvP, otherwise known as Philip. Philip would have quite the impact on the server, being known for his dozens of Minecraft accounts and being able to pull off huge projects because of them. And on November 19th, 2023, Philip had the idea that he would flip the world record pyramid upside down. Half of the original pyramid would have to be mined out at the top in order to get a perfect flipped pyramid. With the help of others and his army of bot accounts, and given the fact Philip is a programmer, he was able to automate the process, making it as efficient as possible. Philip's reason to why he did this was simply because he thought it would be fun, and wanted to prove that being able to make a world record pyramid wasn't that hard, which you can decide if you think that's a reasonable point considering the resources the original builders had at the time. But anyway, the project would only take about a week to complete, and afterward, it was not only funny but cool to look at. If you aren't familiar with the history of Simcraft, you might have thought this was the end of this already incredible story. But what's next might blow your mind, because this was just the beginning. Philip would also use all his Minecraft accounts along with the help of others to go on and build another world record pyramid made entirely out of gold. Setolojar, a player who was inspired to make a world record pyramid of his own, made entirely out of emerald blocks that was unfortunately never finished, was built by Philip and others at Simcraft's 4-year anniversary event. And finally, Philip and his friends would go on to build another world record pyramid made entirely out of netherite blocks. And that's it, the history of Simcraft's world record pyramids. Until now. Because after looking at what had been inspired from the original pyramid, and what possibly inspired hundreds of players, the Omega Pyramid deserved more than it was left with. I called together Philip and Enderkill to bring the Omega Pyramid to where it should have been 2 years ago. I present to you the new and improved Omega Pyramid. All the terrain has been removed. The original pyramid design with the pillars have been fully made. New additions to the monument have been built as well, and both pyramids have been fully repaired and restored. Not only does Simcraft.com hold the record for the biggest pyramid in Minecraft history, it holds the record for the most world record pyramids built in a survival Minecraft server, as well as the world's first and world's biggest Minecraft hourglass. Kinda. It's really just 2 pyramids, but it kinda works. And that's the end. A huge thank you to everyone who helped, not only with the video and the most recent design, but the others who were inspired and helped shape the legendary tale of Minecraft's world record pyramids. Thank you again. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for Simcraft.com, because this is just the beginning.